He said that those of us who are now living in this generation,
Yeah.
we have greater things, many things to enjoy now that he's not here.
Mm.
Because it's after he left that those things begin to have greater effect.
Yeah.
The strength of those things that was said,
Mm.
we are the ones who are to enjoy it. Which means that we have the chance, the opportunity of doing greater than Elijah.
Mm.
We have the chance, the opportunity of doing greater than
Moses.
Moses,
Yeah.
of doing greater than Elisha,
Mm.
of doing greater than, well, list them, those prophets, all those people that came before Jesus.
Yeah. Like Daniel, Zechariah, all that. Yeah.
And you know, even greater than most of the apostles who lived while Jesus was still here on earth.
Yeah.
Because there are certain things that they will not touch that we have access to.
Mm.
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
Glory to God. So the testament is of force. We now know what a testament is.
Yeah.
The will of this great God.
Mm.
It's of force when men are dead. So the death of Jesus was good for us.
Yeah.
Was very good for us. So, but it's like a man who decided to write so many things, wonderful properties given to the children.
Yeah.
You know, so Aaron, you're going to have this, you're going to have the gift of prophecy, you're going to have the gift of healing, you're going to have the gift, it's a gift.
Yeah, so and so.
You know?
Yeah.
Then you're going to conquer nations.
Okay, yeah, sure.
You're going to be a lender and not a borrower. So, okay, Rance, you're going to be a great man. You're going to be a leader. You know?
Yeah.
You're going to be one who will give your family direction. You're going to be the one who will bring people around you to God. You're going to be the one who will save them from, the confusion that is going on around the world. You see? And that you're going to prosper, even as your soul prospereth. So he wrote down all those things. I said, okay, these things I have written for you. And he was so proud of us that angels, that those in the heavenlies wonder, what is man that he is so mindful of them?
Yeah.
The kind of things that he have for those who love him are things that eyes have not seen, ears have not heard.
Yeah.
Hallelujah. And he put these things down. And he said, by the time I am gone, they can enjoy all these things. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
And when this great man, this excellent father, died, the children, when a great father dies, people, they will mourn the father, they will cry, they will say, oh, father, I've gone. What do we do now? All those things. After mourning, after weeping, they are supposed to go ahead and pick up the wheel.
Yeah.
And go through the wheel, and then begin to say, okay, this belongs to Aaron, this belongs to Aaron, this belongs to Aaron,
Yeah.
and then this belongs to Rance, to Rance, to Rance, this belongs to Dennis, to Dennis, to Dennis, 10 cities, you 20 cities, you 50 cities, Okay?
Yeah.
And after going through the wheel, which is the New Testament, the Old Testament,
yeah.
we have advantage of both.
Mm.
Okay? It is the will of God.
Yes.
The Old Testament, the New Testament, we can harvest or take properties from any of those
Okay.
Yeah?
Ah.
So, oh my God, I'm so excited talking about this.
What do you mean taking properties from Old Testament and New
Yeah.
Testament? What
Hallelujah.
exactly do you mean by that?
Very good question.